All right, fine. So Anande, very good evening to all of you. Those who are present in this session, just Anande, quickly tell me in the comment section, is my video and audio is working fine? So that we can just start with the session. Just write down in the comment section if both things are working fine. Right. Good evening Tamanna, good evening Anande, good evening Jaya. Just quickly tell me everyone, my video and audio is working fine. All right, good evening Shivam. All right, so now let's start with our video. So good evening to all of you, those who have joined this session. This is your educator Srishti and I'm teaching on IIT JAM Plus platform, right? Where I'm mentoring IIT JAM chemistry aspirants for their upcoming IIT JAM chemistry examination and also guiding them for their upcoming challenges, right? So this is my profile on Unacademy. You can get the profile link in the description box. You just have to click on that particular profile link and you can get access to this particular page where you can just see all my plus courses and my special classes also, right? So this particular class is about the RS nomenclature. How you can assign RS nomenclature in organic compounds, that will be understanding in this particular class, right? So this is the Telegram channel, that is underscore, right, Unacademy underscore SBATRA, right? In this particular Telegram channel I am regularly posting about my upcoming special classes, YouTube session and even plus courses also, right? So this is the Telegram channel. You can definitely subscribe to this particular Telegram channel and this is the email address. If in case you want to connect with me, you want to ask your doubts regarding guidance or academic doubts, so definitely you can drop an email in this at this particular email address, right? In this particular session, this is all about the RS nomenclature, how we can assign the RS nomenclature in different organic compounds, that will be understanding in this particular session with the aid of some practice questions. All right, so all of you those who are present in this session, just write down in the comment section. So now let's begin with our video. In this particular session, I'll be giving you some questions and we have to assign RS nomenclature regarding that. Fine. So now let's start with our session now. So this is the very first question in front of your screens. All right, everyone, this is your question in which you have to assign RS configuration. Fine. And this is your first compound, right? You have to just name these compounds or you have to just name the chiral centers through this particular position, that is this is 1 2 3 4 5 and 6, right? So you have 6 chiral carbons and you have to assign RS nomenclature. Now first of all you have to tell me the nomenclature for first carbon, right? You have to tell me the nomenclature for first carbon. Just analyze this question carefully, take your time and then give your answers. Very good evening all of you. Good evening Nitin, good evening Sambhav, Pradeep, Pradesh. All right, everyone, what is the nomenclature of what is the absolute nomenclature of first chiral carbon? All right, Sambhav is going with S. So all of you just quickly write down your responses for this first chiral carbon. All right, fine. So now let's see what's the nomenclature for first chiral carbon. First of all, what you have to see over here, these are your 4 groups, right? And this particular carbon, this is your carbon, this is also your carbon and this is also your carbon. This carbon is attached with 2 oxygens. This carbon is attached with 1 oxygen and this carbon is attached with 1 nitrogen. So definitely first priority will be given to this end. All right, first priority will be given to this end, followed by this end, and then this, then this. All right, so what you will observing, you have to go from 1 to 2, 2 to 3. That means you have to move in this direction. So this is your S configuration, but what you are observing that the least priority group is present on horizontal position. So final configuration for this will be R. Clear everyone? That final configuration for this particular carbon will be R, right? You understood this point, Sambhav, that how it is coming as R. It's not S, right? It is R, right? Pratiksha, Tamanna, Nitin, everyone. Quickly tell me you are clear with this point that the configuration for this carbon is R, not S, right? So we have done this question in today's plus course also. So I'm expecting no mistake in these type of questions now, right? So now let us quickly discuss second carbon, right? So everyone just solve the second carbon and give me the absolute configuration for second chiral carbon. All right, everyone just be quick with your answers. All right, so most of you are saying going with S configuration, right? So now let's see this thing. First of all, this is nitrogen, all right? This is carbon and this is carbon, then definitely first priority will be given to nitrogen, right? Then what next you are observing that this is your carbon and this is also your carbon, and this carbon is attached with carbon and one more carbon, and this carbon is attached with chlorine. So definitely this is your first point of difference. So second priority will be given to this end, right? Third will be this one and fourth will be this one. Then you have to go for 1 to 2 and 2 to 3. So this is 1, 2 and 3. So what you are observing that this is R, right? But for your least priority is on horizontal position. So the final configuration of this end is S. Is it clear? Everyone, Nitin, Tamanna, Jaya, Anandya, mostly you are clear with this concept that this is S, right? And this was R. Alright. Now quickly tell me the configuration for third carbon. Now you have to tell me absolute configuration for third carbon. All right, fine. So first of all, this is your first priority because this is chlorine, and first rule is saying that you always have to go with higher atomic number, right? So definitely this is your first priority. Then this is your carbon and this is your carbon, and this carbon is attached with oxygen, and this carbon is attached with nitrogen. So definitely this is your second priority, third priority and fourth priority. So you have to go 1 to 2 and 2 to 3. So this is your R, but the least priority group is in horizontal line. So this will be S again. Is it clear everyone? This will be S now. Now tell me the absolute configuration for fourth carbon. If any one of you have any kind of doubt in this nomenclature, right, just feel free to ask in the comment section. Right, so just you have to tell me about fourth carbon now. All right, fine. So first priority will be given to this oxygen, then followed by this bromine carbon, right? Why? Because this is carbon and this is also carbon, but this carbon is attached with bromine and this carbon is attached with chlorine. So the next priority will be given to the carbon which is attached to bromine. So this is second, this is third and this is fourth. So 1 to 2 and 2 to 3, definitely it will give you which configuration R, but least priority is in horizontal line. So now again this will be S. Right? Now quickly tell me for fifth carbon. Is it clear everyone? You are clear on this concept that how you can assign the nomenclature? If you have any kinds of doubt, then definitely you can ask in the comment section, right? Now quickly tell me the configuration for fifth carbon. Alright, Tyasha is saying that fifth carbon will be having 5s configuration. Vrajesh is saying 5R. Rakesh is also going with R. Tamanna is also going with R. Alright. So I'm giving you 30 more seconds for this carbon. Alright, so most of you are going with R. Now let's see this thing. First of all, you will be giving the first priority to bromine, right? Then this is your carbon and this is your carbon, and this carbon is attached with another carbon and one more carbon. This carbon is attached with oxygen. So definitely this is your first point of difference. So second priority will be given to this N. Third will be given to this N and followed by this one. So 1 to 2 and 2 to 3 this time, right? 1 to 2 and 2 to 3. So this is now S and this would be R. Clear everyone? This question is clear. That fifth will be your R absolute nomenclature, right? Any doubts over here that this will be your R nomenclature, right? If you have any doubts, just write down in the comment section, right? Otherwise, just solve for right carbon number 6. Alright. Teja is saying 6th carbon will be having R configuration, and I think most of you are going with R only, right? So now let's see this thing. This is carbon and this is carbon, but this carbon is attached with bromine, this carbon is attached with oxygen, and this carbon is attached with hydrogens. So definitely this is your first priority. Alright, followed by this carbon, then this carbon, and then this hydrogen, right? So 1 to 2 and 2 to 3. So you have to rotate this molecule like this. So this is your anti-clockwise direction, which is S, but definitely you have to reverse the configuration. So now configuration would be R. Is it clear everyone that these are your nomenclatures? And now final, let's write down final answers over here. So final answer is 1R, right? 2S, 3S, 4S, 5R, 6R. Everyone, you are clear with all the carbons nomenclature, that how we have assigned it? Any doubts over here? Right, quickly tell me if you have any doubts. Just write down your doubts in the comment section, right? Otherwise, what you have to tell me, next question is, which is in front of your screen, if I do in plane rotation of this Fisher projection, right? If I do in plane 180-degree rotation of this Fisher projection, then what will happen to configurations, and what will happen if I do out of plane Fisher projection, right, rotation? If I do out of plane 180-degree rotation, then what will happen to configuration? This is your first question and this is your second question, right? So now quickly tell me what will happen to this first part. What will happen to this first part? What will happen whenever I am doing this in plane 180-degree rotation? Will configurations are changed, or now it will remain same? In plane, no change. All right, so Mosmi is going with no change configuration, right? Any other answer for this question? All right, right. So the correct answer for this question is whenever you are doing in plane rotation, so there is no change in configuration, right? There is no change in configuration. And what will happen whenever you are doing out of plane rotation? Will configuration be changed now? Right, so out of plane configuration would be changed. So now the configuration would be changed. So I think this question is clear now. Everyone, write down in the comment section that this question is clear, that how you have to assign RS nomenclature and then how you have to go with these terms. Right? Clear? Right? Fine. Right, so out of plane configuration will be reversed, right, Teja? Out of plane configuration will be reversed, right? If this point is clear, now you have this question in front of your screen, right? And what I'm doing, I'm just giving you carbons, right? This is your first carbon, this is your second carbon, and this is your third carbon, right? Now you have to solve the absolute configuration for first carbon, second carbon, and third carbon, right? You have to tell absolute configuration of all these three carbons, right? So just take your time, analyze this question carefully, and then give your answers in the comment section, right? Just tell the absolute configuration for first, second, and third carbon. Alright, fine. So Mosmi is saying 1 hour. Brijesh is also going with 1 hour. Tyasha is going with 1 hour, 2 hour and 3 is alright. So any other answer for this question? 1 hour, 2 is and 3 is not possible. Alright, fine. Alright, right? So now let's solve this question now. So first of all, let's do nomenclature for this first carbon. Right? So this is methyl group, this is chloride group, this is bromide and this is carbon. Then definitely your first priority will be of bromine, followed by your chlorine, right? Then your this third carbon. Fine, and this is now your fourth carbon. So what you have to do, you have to go 1 to 2 and 2 to 3. So this is 1 and this is 2 and you have to go in this direction. So this is your anti-clockwise direction, that means S. But what you are observing, that least priority group is present on horizontal line. So definitely the configuration will be R. Right? Is it clear that the configuration of first carbon will be R, right? So now let's talk about second carbon. So again, what you are doing, this is your first priority. Then what you are observing, this is also carbon and this is also carbon. This carbon is attached with bromine and this carbon is also attached with bromine, right? So there is no point of difference in case of bromine. Then next, what you are observing, this is attached with methyl and this carbon is attached with chloride and then methyl. So definitely this is your second priority. Right, and this group is your third priority and this is your fourth priority. So 1 to 2 and 2 to 3, this will give you anti-clockwise direction, that means S. But what you are observing, that the least priority group is already at the vertical position, so definitely this will be S. Right, this will be S. Now what about third position? Right, so you are correct on this particular statement, that in third position what you are observing, that these two groups are same. Right, and you only can do RS nomenclature in cases of chiral groups, right? So definitely RS is not defined over here, right? It's not defined or it's not possible in this particular carbon. Is it clear, everyone? Just write down in the comment section. This question is clear, that how you can assign the nomenclatures, right? All right, fine, amazing, right? In case of any doubt, you can definitely ask in the comment section. Now next question is in front of your screen and you have to assign the right, you have to assign the RS nomenclature for this carbon. All right, so we have mixed answers for this question. All right. All right, so now let's assign this nomenclature. First of all, what you are observing, that this is chlorine, this is carbon and this is carbon and this is hydrogen. So definitely first priority will be given to this end, right? First priority will be assigned to chlorine. Then this is your carbon and this is also your carbon and the groups are same over here, right? The groups are same over here. Then what you have to do, just see this hydrogen and hydrogen. These are present on same side. So can I assign this as cis configuration? Yes, everyone, can I assign this as cis configuration? And what about this? Can I say this as trans configuration? So definitely this is cis and this is trans, right? And this is your fourth priority. Now, which group will dominate over other? Definitely cis dominates over trans, right? Cis dominates over trans. So this is your second position now and this is your third position now. So 1 to 2 and 2 to 3, right? 1 to 2 and 2 to 3. This is your right? This is your orientation. Now 1 to 2 and 2 to 3, that means this is anti-clockwise, so which is S, and fourth priority is already present in the vertical position. So is this point clear now, everyone, that this is your S configuration? Right? S configuration, this is clear, Tanmay, that this is your S configuration, right? And this is how you can just analyze this concepts. All right, now the next question which is in front of your screen is this compound, right? What you have to do, you have to assign RS nomenclature for both the chiral carbon centers, right? So just analyze this Newman's projection carefully and give your RS nomenclature. All right, fine. So you are asking why cis always dominates, right? So these are based according to CIP rules, right? These are based according to CIP rules. So you have to follow CIP rules, right, Santan? How you can follow the CIP rules? Cis always dominates over trans. For example, you have EZ nomenclature. So Z always dominates over E. For example, you have syn and anti nomenclature. So syn always dominates over anti, right? So these are your CIP rules and you have to assign priorities according to that only. Clear? Is this point clear? That these are your priority groups. Now what you can observe over here, that same priority groups are present on same sides, right? So that why this can be a reason that if they are present on the same side, that is why this priorities dominate in this particular case, because this particular distance, right? The distance between hydrogen and hydrogen is smaller in this particular case, whereas the distance over here is large. You're getting my point? The distance is smaller in this particular case. Everyone, just give me a thumbs up or write yes if you're understanding this point, that this distance is small in this particular case and this distance is, right, large in this particular case. Then definitely if this distance is small, so the cis will be given high priority over trans, right? Is this point clear? Why we are just assigning cis as higher priority? All right, fine, right? No problem. Now let's talk about next question. So you have this question in front of your screen, right? Just give me RS nomenclature for first carbon, which is your front carbon, and second carbon is obviously your back carbon. All right. So Tyasha is going with 1S and 2R. Any other answer for this context? Okay, Numan is saying front carbon is S and rear carbon is R. All right. All right, fine. So what can I do in this particular case? First of all, I am just transferring, or I am just right, converting this Newman's projection to Sawhorse projection. So now let's convert this Newman's projection to Sawhorse projection. So this particular front carbon is straight Y, right? This is your straight Y. So definitely I can write like this. This is your methyl, this is your bromine, and this is your hydrogen. But the rear carbon or the back carbon is inverted Y. So definitely I have to arrange this in, right, front carbon, or I have to arrange this in, right, a straight Y. So this is your hydrogen, this is your OH, and this is your COOH, right? Then what I have to do over here, everyone just listen to it carefully. What I have to do over here, I have to assign according to this hydrogen. This is your fourth priority group, right? These two hydrogens are your fourth priority group. So either I can convert this structure to staggered form, or I can convert this structure to eclipsed form, right? So now let's try to convert this structure in eclipsed form. So how you can convert this structure in eclipsed form? So this is your hydrogen, this is your bromine, right? This is your methyl. Then you have to convert this also in eclipsed form. So this is your hydrogen, right? So you have just rotated this molecule like this. This is your OH now, and this is your COOH, right? So now what you can observe over here, now this is your eclipsed form. You can arrange the structure to staggered form also, right? So this is your eclipsed form, right? So now can I say this thing, that this particular structure is dash, that this particular bond is dash, or it's going right inside the plane? You are clear with this point, that this particular bond is going inside the plane. So this is your dash, right? So now let's assign the nomenclature. So first priority will be given to bromine, second priority will be given to this group, and third priority will be given to this group. That means 1 to 2 and 2 to 3. So this is your anti-clockwise direction, that means S, right? And this least priority group is present already, right, at the dash position. So this is S. All right, what about this carbon, everyone? This is your first priority group. What about this carbon? This carbon has this is carbon, definitely this is carbon, and this is also carbon. This carbon is attached with oxygen, and this carbon is attached with bromine. So definitely I'll give second priority to this, because I have to always find first point of difference. So this is my second priority, this is my third priority, and this is the fourth priority. So 1 to 2 and 2 to 3. So how I can move 1 to 2 and 2 to 3? So this is R, right? This is R. So definitely this is already in your away from viewer position. So this is R. Is this question clear, everyone? That first group is your S and second group is your R. Clear? Any doubts over here? That first group is your S and second first carbon is your S and second carbon is your R. Right, Sambhav? Right, Anandya, Tamanna, you're clear with this concept, right, Mosmi? That first is your S, all right, and second is your R. Clear, everyone? Just write down in the comment section if you are clear with this concept, that first carbon will be S and second carbon will be R. And this is the way you have to assign the Newman's projection, right? You have to be clear with this thing, that you have to maintain either the staggered form or you have to maintain the eclipsed form of the least priority group, right? You always have to arrange least priority group, and you always have to give nomenclature according to the least priority group, right? So these all are the examples of RS nomenclature we have covered in this session. If you want more such examples of RS nomenclature, then you can just tell me. I'll take one more session on this concept, right? So this is all about this particular concept of RS nomenclature, and we have done a lot of questions in our plus courses, right? So this is my ongoing plus course of stereochemistry. So those who are already present on plus platform, definitely they can get right enrolled in this particular course. This you can see, this is my this is the ongoing course. So we have already completed 4 lessons of this course, and those people who are not on plus platform and you want to prepare, right, for your IIT JAM examination with my courses and even from other educators also, so definitely you can buy the Unacademy Plus subscription and you can use my referral code, that is SBATRA, right? So this is my referral code in case you want to buy the Unacademy Plus subscription and you want to prepare for your examination, right? So, with under my guidance throughout the year, so definitely you can use my referral code, which is SBATRA, for additional 10% discount, right? And my personalized guidance also, right? So this is the name of Telegram channel. You can just write down this name over Telegram application and you can just subscribe to this particular Telegram channel. I hope you all have liked this particular session, right? So if you did, just give this session a big thumbs up and write your feedbacks in the comment section, right? So next class on YouTube, fine. So I haven't assigned next class, but I'll be telling you on the Telegram channel. Just make sure, Tiasha, that you subscribe to the Telegram channel, right? And what's the name for Telegram channel? So I'm again telling you, that is Unacademy, right? This is Unacademy _ SBATRA, right? Just subscribe to this particular Telegram channel, or if you know any, right, if you know any one of your friends, then they can provide you the link for this Telegram channel, or you can just go to any of my special classes under Unacademy special platform. There I have provided the link of this particular Telegram channel, right? So definitely you can subscribe to this Telegram channel, and I'll be posting about the free classes also and next YouTube session in that particular Telegram channel, right? Thank you so much everyone for your right appreciation and for your kind words, right? So I'll be meeting you again with next YouTube channel and next YouTube sessions and next YouTube right, next special classes on Unacademy platform, right? If you are plus student, then definitely you can get yourself enrolled in my plus courses also, right? So with this I'll take a leave now. Everyone, take care, stay safe, and right, just practice hard and just go with theory, right? Always first focus on theory, then you have to go for the practice questions, right? Take care everyone. Thank you so much.